Throughout my life, I've been able to encounter many obstacles, but they've given me strengths, kind of like the hero's journey. But I would say I'm a fighter, I'm a perseverer, and I like to prove the obstacles just to be stepping stones. My grandmother was actually in the music industry here in LA. At the time, she was working on Michael Jackson's Thriller album. My dad was the chief fire inspector for downtown Los Angeles. And at the time, my parents decided to move to a town called Apple Valley in the high desert. They wanted to get away from kind of the Hollywood entertainment industry. My grandmother had been working with Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, a lot of the celebrities, but that Hollywood lifestyle isn't always conducive for family life. So my dad had this awakening. He sold everything, all of his houses, and moved to Apple Valley, the high desert. In my eyes, it was perfect. It was serene. I'd wake up every morning to the birds, climb mountains, no gangs, no violence. And at the time in LA in the 80s, it was a lot of gang violence, a lot of drugs, and I was able to escape that. I started elementary school and I started noticing some differences. Started showing up and kids would call me certain names. I got notes saying that I couldn't play with certain kids, and I would get put in classes like English as second language. My school in Apple Valley, there were no other minorities. It was me and two other Latino kids. I had a teacher write on the board, Harmon is a thief. If he steals again, we're gonna call his parents. It wasn't until fourth grade, we won this basketball championship. Everything was good. I was setting records. I had the most steals, most points. We won the whole basketball tournament. I was in the newspaper on Sunday. But I came to school Monday and the kids said, there are no niggers allowed in the basketball court. I'm in fourth grade. I don't even know what this word means. So I go tell the teacher, and she says, well, if there's no niggers allowed on the court, you better find something else to do. So I'm still kind of grappling. I don't really understand what this word means, but I understand the kids are treating me differently. So at that point, I just tried to excel and succeed so that I could be seen as equal. My parents kind of split up. We were going through some tough times, and we moved back to Los Angeles. So in fourth grade, I moved back to LA, and I'm thinking finally, I'm gonna be around kids that are like me, that look like me, I'll be accepted, but that wasn't the case. It was a fight every day at my school, and I became like a chameleon, just constantly trying to fit in different communities, never feeling really at home. And that's around the time I found sports. It doesn't matter what you look like or, where you come from, your background, it's we have to work together to win. At some point, I joined the Mormon church, and I just saw something organized and something pure about the church. Growing up in Crenshaw, it's crazy, man. There's a lot of violence, a lot of gangs, and I really wanted to get out of that area. So the Mormons offered me something that was focused. We'd go on scouting trips, get out of the neighborhood. People were honest, true, and genuine. I was waking up at 5:30 going to seminary, practice before school, practice afterwards. And at some point, my body just started to break down. About a month before my 18th birthday, I had a serious panic attack. I was in class. It's the day after I won the state track championship. I'm in class, I'm having a panic attack. And all of a sudden, I can't breathe. Next thing I know, I wake up in the hospital. I was having really bad stomach pain, but I was hiding that from everybody. I didn't want anybody to know anything was wrong. I was creating this image outside of myself that I was this perfect guy, athlete, doing well in school, the Mormon kid, but inside, I was dying inside. So the doctors diagnosed me with Crohn's, and I got really, really sick. I ended up losing 50 pounds in 4 weeks. Spent 2 months in the hospital, and then they had to remove my large intestine. I have a lot of close calls in the hospital. Spend the next 3 to 4 years at Cedar Sinai. My friends and family, my brothers would come up there, bring the PlayStations, and we'd have dominoes and cards and Monopoly. I made it my home, and that's how I survived. So I go into my very first surgery, smiling, optimistic. And while I was in my very first surgery, I woke up while they were removing my large intestine. So I wake up, and I still have the tube down my throat. I'm still under anesthesia, so I can't really move, but I can feel them cutting my large intestine out. It was the worst pain I could possibly fathom. And I'm trying to get the attention of the nurses or the doctors, but I'm still partially under anesthesia, so I can't really move. I remember waking up and I was looking down at my body, like I had died, while I was on the table. I came out of my body and I was looking down, and I just wanted to comfort my family, my mom and everybody who was in the waiting room, and let them know I was okay. So I currently hold the record at Cedars-Sinai for 200 days in the hospital. It was like 212 in 1 year. And then I was able to heal up at the age of 18. I got to go to college and start like a new life. I mean, I was fine for like another 10 years, no challenges. During that time, I got to pursue those dreams, you know, got to swim with the sharks and skydive. I went on a safari. But then about 5 years ago, my intestines started bleeding again. I ended up back in the hospital, and that's when the pain medicine started. But the very first time, I'll never forget, I took it. I thought, like, I had this realization because I had been in the bed for like weeks, couldn't do anything. So I took this pain medicine, and I was able to go to the park, play basketball, and work out. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is the magical cure. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take this, I'll work out, get better, and then I'll get off the medicine. Fast forward like 3 years down the line, I'm taking twice as much medicine. I'm getting sicker and sicker, and I end up having to come back to LA. The doctors come into my hospital room, and they're like, Harmon, we have to have an emergency surgery right now. Like, I'm septic. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you know, I've been through this before. Like, let me just go home for the holidays. I'll come back after New Year's, you know what I mean? And we'll handle this. And they're like, no, you don't understand. We're prepping the OR right now. If you don't get down there right now, like, we don't know if you're gonna make it. So when I come out, they're like, the surgery did not go well. We weren't able to get, you know, the bacteria out. They were like, you may have like 6 months to live. So like, you know, it's time for you to get your affairs in order. I get a call from my aunt who's in the music industry. She goes, Harmon, I got 2 tickets to Coachella and a place out there. Do you have any friends you may want to go with? I'm like, of course. Hell yeah, I'm down to go. I know I'm not going to be able to walk all weekend or go, but at least I'll go for a day, and then I'll just chill at the house the other 2 days. You know what I mean? This is, you know, this could be my last time or opportunity I have. You know, I'm dancing, and I can't believe how much energy I have. Like, it's wild. Like, I haven't taken any pain medicine. This is the longest I've ever gone. And while I'm there, I'm like walking through the gates. I'm like, well, I'm just going to take some medicine just in case, because I don't want to get in too much pain and have to take twice as much. So never forget it. I end up taking the Oxy, and as soon as I take it, it's just like boom, and I feel my energy just drop. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, so at this moment I realized there's something better than what this drug is providing me. My first few weeks of Beis Shuva it was really rough. The one good sign was like the energy of the people. Like, I'll never forget, I don't know if you know, call him Crazy Chris, you know, Black Chris, that's my boy. I came in the first day, and he's like, what kind of candy do you want? And I was like, Skittles, dog. He's like, all right, you want some Skittles with color Gatorade, you know what I mean? And he went to the store, got my Skittles, got my Gatorade, and that's one of the things I do now to the residents when I see them. Like, I ask them what their favorite candy is, you know, try to help them out, because that was something that helped me feel comfortable here. But the challenge was my first time here, I just got healthy, got better, found my yoga community, and I was gone. Like, I didn't have an anchor here. I didn't have a foundation. Like, as soon as I could get out, I did. And to be honest, like, I didn't think it was even possible. Like, I'm gonna be real, like, the last time I came in here, I was suicidal. So what was different this time was complete surrender. I realized that I wasn't unique. I wasn't different than everybody else, that we were all going through this together. And that I knew that if I surrendered to my team and was completely honest with the people that were trying to help me, maybe I could make it through. And the biggest thing this time is realizing like how important it is to stay connected to this place. Because I heard people say, you don't come back to visit, you come back to stay. And I would always be like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Like, come on, you know what I mean? I know you guys are just trying to market yourselves, you know, boost Beis Shuva, but it's real. I recently started this master's program at Cedars, and it's really intense. I'll be honest, I'm super scared right now because the last time I took midterms, I ended up in the hospital and almost died. So this week I've been feeling a lot of emotions, but I'm talking about my emotions. You know, I have a team of people that can help me through this. Well, the craziest thing is they kind of gave the keys to the kids. You know what I mean? It makes no sense. Like, the people that are running this place went through this place. Like, it's insane to think about. You know what I mean? You got a bunch of addicts running a recovery facility. Like, who would do that? You know, but that's what makes it special. I mean, like, I look at you, Jesse. I mean, like, we went through the house together, and now you're working here. You know, you're helping out people. Like, you're the next chain in the link. And so, you know, it's this chain, you know, with the donors being at the top, like being the main chain, and then they provide opportunities and resources for the people who work here, because this isn't an easy place to run. I'm gonna be honest, like, without this place, I don't know if I'd be alive. Can I thank everybody and people here?
Yeah, you can.
I just want to thank everybody at Beis Shuva, man. The donors, the residents, the staff, dude. I know you guys work tirelessly, and I know sometimes I can be an asshole. But like the rabbi used to always say, fuck my feelings. I show up. I'm really, really, truly grateful to be here. And like I said, I want to be part of this facility. I want to be part of this family and just continue to give back. And I just want to continue to show my gratitude for all of you guys that make this place possible. I appreciate you and I love you.